Tonight, a Sedgwick County Commission responds to concerns over dispatch raised by the firefighters union.
The union raising multiple concerns, but points to last month's fatal apartment fire as the prime example of why change is needed. They are calling for a third-party review. Sean Logging reached out to county commissioners today. We are hearing more from the county and city. Sean joins us live to break it down. Sean?
Mike, Rachel, County Commissioner Jim Howell today reflects that this is a tragic situation, but also defends the work of the county's emergency communications and the response to the Brook Hollow fire. He also tells me he takes issue with the narrative of the firefighters union. He tells me there's always room to improve, but also says that the county has made a number of investments to enhance 911 dispatch. At the center of the Wichita Firefighters Union's concern is this 911 call from 22-year-old Paoli Badesky.
Brook Hollow apartment.
The Firefighters Union says that call was never relayed from dispatch to firefighters, saying had they known Badesky would be alive today. Sedgwick County Emergency Communications says the call taker couldn't understand what Badesky was saying. Now commissioners are responding.
Unfortunately, ended too quickly. They were not able to get the information that they needed. They were not able to relay the information accurately to the people on the scene because they didn't have good information.
Another issue the union raises is the delay in the second alarm, and dispatch admits at least 2 people didn't know how to call for a second alarm. A second alarm was requested 4 minutes after the initial call at 3:58 a.m., but 18 minutes passed before it was dispatched. By that time, many units had self-dispatched.
It is unfortunate that we had a technical mistake happen at that moment. But it would not have changed the response, actually, and it would not have changed the outcome.
Commissioner Jim Howell says public safety is something the county continuously invests in. For emergency communications, that includes the new computer-aided dispatch or CAD system, a recently completed remodel and upgrade, and salary and training improvements. Howell says for the first time since he was elected, emergency communications is considered fully staffed.
Our citizens should rest assured we have a good system in place. Is it perfect? No. Is there places for improvement? Of course.
Howell says he's not against the third-party review the union is requesting, but also doesn't know if it will add much information and doesn't want to waste taxpayer dollars.
It's easy to armchair quarterback these things with hindsight.
In the response today from the city of Wichita, it says that Wichita's fire chief has been working with the county on the new CAD system since last year. It also says since April of this year, she's been meeting with her counterparts across Sedgwick County to discuss CAD-related or dispatch-related issues and request improvements to the CAD system.
Sean, you mentioned the fire department's review. What other findings did it include?
Yeah, Mike, that presentation included that there were some things that went well that morning, but did note that communication was one area that needed to be improved on. It also notes that Badesky was found in her apartment 26 minutes after the initial call, which is something the fire union noted yesterday as well.